Adventure gear by Climb, because sometimes you have to learn things the hard way.
Connected.
In April of 2016, Ecuador suffered a devastating earthquake, leaving hundreds dead, thousands injured, and tens of thousands homeless.
And the father of the house said, "We don't need anything. We need our village back. We need our economy back."
Death toll from Saturday's earthquake in Ecuador rose to at least 480.
One group went to work immediately to locate relief supplies and goods to help those that were affected. It wasn't the government, it wasn't the Red Cross, it wasn't the UN. It was an Ecuadorian-based motorcycle club called the Brosters.
This is an awesome example of a motorcycle community coming together and just doing what's right.
After the earthquake, we just figured out that a lot of things really need some help, international help here. And we tried to put some people together.
I was honored to be able to participate in this relief effort using a BMW R1200 GS. And I rode alongside the Brosters, and I met several well-placed individuals in government that opened the door for us and allowed us to do some amazing work.
This whole town has been virtually wiped out by the earthquake. So not only their housing is all gone, but so is their livelihood, because most of the people that live here on the beach are professional fishermen, professional anglers, and their whole livelihood and lifestyle is based on the sea. Well, this little guy, the house collapsed on him, and he was trapped under the house, and because he's just a little guy, they were able to dig him out, and he's fine. There's 400 families, homeless, living in these unofficial camps. There's only 2 working toilets for 400 families. That's the crisis that they're in right now. Super proud that my logo's even on this box. I do not even deserve it.
We delivered 50,000 gallons of water and food for 2 weeks for 400 families.
We're just doing the first step,
After I had the events in Ecuador behind me, I was invited back by the Brosters. They inaugurated me into their club, and as a thank you, they took me to Ecuador's active volcano, Cotopaxi, and it did not disappoint. It was one of the most beautiful rides I've ever done.
These are my new friends here. It's nice. Ecuadorian family that decided to rescue me off the trail.
However, while riding in Cotopaxi, I had an unplanned dismount.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Yeah. It's crunching around in my boot right now. So the initial shock is worn off. The adrenaline is worn off. And I'm about to start crying like a pussy. It's the ride of my life. Breaking Brad, Ecuador. I got a tib-fib spiral fracture, and I was sent right to the hospital where they filled me with titanium. Here we are live in the Quito General Emergency Room with our famous Jorge Cheres, Toast, my tour guide. Not only has he taken me to Quito, Cayambe, another beautiful ride, Cocopaxi. The tour continues with the Quito Hospital Emergency Room.
It's good advertising for client
because sometimes you have to learn things the hard way. Had my first surgery, spent the night in the hospital for the first time, got titanium in my leg. Sure you want to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's a wrap.
So now we've got a little bit of a pattern. In Ecuador, I broke my leg. In Haiti, I got dengue fever. Looks like I'm not doing it right. I'm becoming a little bit more of a problem than the solution. So I thought to myself, you know what? This is a younger man's game. Maybe I should stop helping people. I'm just going to end up worse than when I started. Or so I thought. A year later, exactly to the day, I arrive in Quito as invited by the government to receive some more metal. This time it wasn't titanium. It was the Ecuadorian Congressional Medal of Honor for the efforts that me and the Brosters Motorcycle Club did during the earthquake relief.
Hoy les queremos hacer la entrega de la más alta condecoración al BM Broster Group y al mismo tiempo a Brad Barker, la más alta condecoración que otorga la Asamblea Nacional del Ecuador a personas distinguidas. Hoy queremos hacerles entrega a ustedes de la condecoración Vicente Rocafuerte en honor y al mismo tiempo en homenaje a todo lo que ustedes han hecho en apoyo a nuestro país y a los damnificados del terremoto del 16 de abril del año pasado.
I just want to thank everyone for the hospitality, for the Latin American BMW Motorcycle Club Federation, and of course my motorcycle club, the Brosters, and you, the people of Ecuador. Many people ride motorcycles so they can travel on vacation. Some people go on adventures. Some people ride by themselves. These guys behind me saved lives. They were able to take the motorcycles to places that the government couldn't go to, where people could not be reached, and they stood in the cab and delivered 50,000 gallons of water and food for 2 weeks for 400 families and adopted the city of La Chorrera. These guys are heroes, people.
For over 10 years, I've been helping out with humanitarian aid issues, disasters, security, even counterterrorism. And I've seen plenty of stuff. Riding around on the motorcycle is one of my coping mechanisms. Traveling the world on the back of a BMW motorcycle, looking for the good news. Well, I'm happy to say there's good news in Ecuador, and the Brosters Motorcycle Club are delivering it. I could not be more grateful for their hospitality and generosity of this country, and of course, the Brosters. I'll keep doing my best to help out where I can, not for the awards, but because people matter, and this world needs to hear some good news.